afternoon and welcome. My name is Michael Alf and today is Saturday, May the 5th. That's why I'm casual today. I hope you had a great week. I was away for 2 days, so therefore you missed the last 2 days in terms of news. Let's have a look what's happening in the world. Stocks are down in Europe and in the US. Why is that? Just a couple of numbers to put that into perspective and give you some background information, what is happening at the moment. One is, and we've spoken about that, the uncertainty. In Europe, what's happening there, and in the US likewise. When we look at the US, in April, there were 115,000 new jobs. That sounds terrific, isn't it? Well, yes it is. On the other hand, the economists expected 160,000 jobs. So that's roughly 30% behind the expectations. So that's kind of mixed news, clearly. The unemployment is down to 8.1% from 8.2%, again a positive indicator. But looking into more depth and detail, what's the driver behind that? And that is mainly the labor force participation, which is going down, which means less people are actively looking for work. And I think that's a phenomenon which we see in many industrial countries nowadays. Let's move to Europe and give you a little bit of a perspective what's happening there, and that's really shocking. And I put down here a link and you can have a look in more details and look at the graphs and the developments. What I'm talking about is the youth unemployment, and youth is defined people under 25 years. And when we look what's happening at the moment in the various countries, I just give you the numbers of the various countries to give you a perspective how severe the situation is and how difficult the challenges are. You would say, well, think about what is high for you when you think about unemployment. What are we talking about in Australia? 6% is already a lot. What about youth and unemployment? Would you say 10% is a massive problem? I guess so. I thought so too. And then I saw these shocking numbers. And not only Spain, which I mentioned previously in the week. Let's start. The highest number is not Spain, but is, guess, Greece. That's right. 51.2%. Can you imagine? That's more than every second person under 25 is unemployed. That's just horrifying. Spain, basically the same level, 51.1%. And so it continues. Portugal, 36.1%. Italy, 35.9%. That's more than every third person under 25 is without a job. Ireland, 30.3%. The UK, guess what it is? 21.9%. So even in a relatively kind of well-run economy, it's still above 20%. France, the same, 21.8%. And then we have just one major exception, that is Germany. Germany has a youth unemployment of 7.9%. That looks very promising. So the question is, what's different in Germany? It is the manufacturing market, it is the engineering, it is the high quality products which you can get there. All of that seems to draw and build jobs and offer jobs to the next generation, which is great. So the question then is, okay, what's the future? I mean, it's just, think about 50% or even 30%. That is so many people. That's basically a whole generation is more or less left out, at least left out of the commonly known model of the world, which is you get an education, you get a job, and you work till you retire. And that is the classical model. Well, clearly that is no longer working in most of the European countries. So you have to think about new ways and new approaches. And that brings me to another strong recommendation, and again I put the link down here, around education. And there's a fantastic video by Sir Ken Robinson, one of the renowned education experts in the world. And it's a nice graphic explanation in terms of where our education is coming from. Yeah, really educating basically our people, our young generation, on a kind of on a manufacturing base, like in patches. Yeah, same age and same style and so on, to prepare them for the work in the factories and so on, in the manufacturing space and in others in our classical industries. And he's making the point that the world is changing. Would you agree? Absolutely. I mean, the world is changing dramatically. We can see that in the numbers, but we also can see that in how the economy works nowadays. So he is coming to the conclusion, and really nice, it's really, again, a strong recommendation watching this wonderful video in terms of, well, how does the future education look like? So enjoy that, especially for a weekend. And here, as you can see, it's pretty rainy and grey and cloudy, so that's the perfect moment for having this kind of 15 minutes roughly video to watch. And maybe if you're interested in the graph as well. And yeah, I look forward to some interactions, getting your views and your opinion on what needs to happen in the education to prepare our world and our new generation for the future. I wish you a wonderful remaining weekend and talk soon. Thank you.